All right, final segment. Morning just flying by here. Got an echo there, Laurie. If you get rid of the echo. Well, we are now joined by Eddie Mae Rose. The book is A Torn Rose. It's published by Tate Publishing. You can go to tatepublishing.com, amazon.com, or barnesandnoble.com. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and I want to ask you a little bit of a play on words here. Rose, your last name, the Book of Torn Rose. What's the connection?
Well, the connection is I was torn, but never broken.
And explain that in terms of what you're talking about as far as when your difficulties in life started.
My difficulties in life started when my husband never picked me up from the hospital. I was left an extra day with nobody to come and get me.
Was this when you were giving birth to one of your children?
Yes, my son. I had two girls, and I went to have my son, and no one came for me.
Well, were there any warnings? I mean, did this just come out of the blue? What was the reason?
Well, I just woke up that morning, and my life changed. No one came to pick me up. I was left in the hospital.
Well, how long ago was this?
This was 36 years ago.
Did your husband ever come back?
Well, no, he never came back. He came back, but I didn't get to see him.
What was the reason?
Well, the reason is they found his body 11 months later, about 5 miles from home.
And what was the cause?
The cause of death has never been proven.
What do you think it was? What do you think it was? Was this a result of foul play?
Well, I was told that he froze to death. This was one of the coldest days of the year. And that's what I was told, that he froze to death. I was in the hospital, so I have no idea of what happened. I was told that he celebrated the birth of his son a little bit too much.
Eddie Mae, how did you handle this, and how are you handling things today? I know it's a long, long time since.
Well, back then I shed a lot of tears. I had no help, no support, and I had 3 small children, ages newborn, 2 years old, and 1 year old. And in between crying and praying, I just had to make my life better for them.
Why do you think people would be interested in this book? Why do you think they'll buy this book?
Because this is a soul-searching book. I had to soul-search myself. I had to stand up and be both a mother and a father for these children. And I had tough times, but I never gave up. Off of the strength of my children, I never gave up.
Was this difficult as an experience for you to write this book? Was it painful to write it? Or was it healing?
It was healing to write it. It was a release to write it. This is something I'd held in for 36 years, and it was a relief to write it. I mean, I still carry those days with me, and I will always carry those days with me. But it was a relief. It seemed like something just lifted up off of me when I wrote this book. And I was able to talk about it.
Whom is this book intended for? Who should buy it?
Oh, this book is intended for young adults, and anybody that's going through some trials and tribulations, that this book is for them because it picks you up.
And again, I want to jump fast forward here. What is your life like today?
Oh, my life is beautiful today. My life is beautiful. I have a wonderful husband, a beautiful family, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. It's beautiful.
Well, how many children do you have?
I have 4 children.
Oh, you got 4. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad to hear a happy turnaround. Was there a watershed moment? Was there a moment where your life just changed for the better? And if so, what was that moment?
Well, my life changed for the better when I picked myself up, I stopped crying. I picked myself up, and I knew what I had to do. I just couldn't lay there anymore. So I picked myself up, dust myself off, and I started walking forward.
What kind of a reaction have you gotten from people who have read the book?
They said, I don't understand how you're standing today. And I tell them, by the grace of God, I'm standing.
What did you learn from writing this book? Did you learn anything about yourself?
Yes, I did. I learned that I need more of an understanding, from people. You need to understand life more. Just don't judge people by how they look. You need to understand life. Because a lot of people sometimes, they tell me they've been through similar things that I've been through, but you'll never know it by looking at them. So you just need to understand people and stop judging people.
Was this the first book that you've ever written?
Yes, it is.
Do you plan to write more?
Yes, I do.
On the same subject or something different?
Something different. This is going to be something different. Totally different.
All right. We have about a minute left. I'd like you to have a conclusion to this, something you'd like to tell our listening audience.
Well, to my listening audience out there, I ask that you purchase the book and give me feedback. I love feedback on the book. Or you can go to my website.
Which
anytime and contact me. It's Eddie Mae Rose.
All right, that's EDDIEMAE Rose.com?
Yes.
All right, and that's the website. Again, the name of the book is A Torn Rose. And another riveting story. I love stories, Eddie, that have such happy endings. We hear too many that don't, and yours should be an inspiration to all people who are suffering through the consequences that life doles out, doles it out to everybody, and it's unexpected. And I thank you so very, very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I wish you continued success.
All right. I thank you very much.
All right. The book again, A Torn Rose by Eddie Mae Rose. You can go to her website, eddiemayerose.com. It's published by Tate Publishing. And I want to thank everyone for listening. Wishing you a great weekend. See you back here on Monday.